Hi, I'm Reverend Wendy Craig-Purcell here at the Unity Center in San Diego. Thank you so much for watching today. If you'd like to support the work that we do here, please consider making a contribution. Go to our website. It's easy to do. Thank you in advance for that contribution.
Alrighty, so we are going to prepare for meditation here in just a moment, but before we do, I want to just take this time, as I sometimes do, I call it a ministerial moment with you to share something that's just been moving in me. And I'd like your prayer support around this topic, and then any of you who are interested in participating, please let me know, because I may not know you by name, I may not know you by contact information. But last Sunday, I held a gathering in my home that I am calling Brave Conversations, creating a safe place for a deep and brave conversation. And I had invited into this conversation quite a number of people in our community. I sent an email to those individuals, and with the exception of those who were vacationing, everyone that I sent the email to participated in the conversation. Here is what I sent as an invitation, and so it's an open invitation as well to others of you in the community that I may not know, as I said, by name. So this was one that went out to our friend Jimmer Bolden, but it went to others as well. Hi, Jimmer. For quite some time now, I've been feeling a calling to focus some of the energy of the Unity Center on making things better around the topic of implicit bias and race. But the truth is, I just don't know how to do it, and I certainly can't do it alone. I do believe, though, that a first step for me is to connect more directly and deeply with the African American members of our community. I would so like to hear from you, Jimmer, to learn about your personal experience on the important and sensitive issue, as well as any ideas you might have on how we could leverage some of the resources of the Unity Center to help make a positive difference. To that end, I'm hosting a small gathering in my home on Sunday, July 1st, from 2:30 until about 5 p.m., and I'm wondering whether you might be willing to join me and a few others to take part in such a dialogue. Sincerely, Reverend Wendy. P.S. If this invitation comes across in any way that feels biased or disrespectful, I hope you would not only let me know, but educate me on how to put forth such a request or invitation better in the future. So that was what I had put out to our community, our African American members that I knew by name and by contact. And we had what I would have to say was one of the richest, very deep, very authentic, very brave conversation. And to those of you who were with me, thank you for that, and thank you for helping me to step into understanding a little bit better. 201, everyone that was there last Sunday said that they would like to meet again. So I've scheduled another meeting, and this group and a few others will also be joining. I suspect, and here's where your prayer support as well as your interest would be important to me to have. I suspect that part of what we will wind up doing is eventually expanding that conversation deeper to include those of us who inhabit bodies that have white skin. Because the only way, I believe, the only way that we can begin to usher in a more loving, fair, and just world for all of us is we've got to do it together. And that means those of us in these white bodies in particular need to be willing to understand maybe some of the things we don't know, hear some things, or educate ourselves around some things that we don't even know we don't know, and thereby maybe be part of helping to be close allies and friends to help gradually, or be nice if it wasn't so gradual, bring about some much needed changes. So this is something that's very personally deep to my heart and soul, and I don't fully understand why, other than I take to heart our spiritual teachings are meant to make this a good world for everyone with no exceptions. And because I believe, and as many do in Unity, that this is not the only existence we've ever had, then why in the world would we think that we only ever show up in one color? And then if that's true, and I believe that it is, how in the world could we ever not do everything we can do to help heal those wounds once and for all? So, thank you. Thank you. So I need your help, and that help can be simply prayer support, and that help can be if you have an interest. We don't have to know how to do it. We just have to be willing to show up. I learned how powerful just truly listening, genuinely listening with the intent to understand, how important that really is. So if you're interested, please let me know, and we'll figure out what our part is to do together, okay? So we're going to move into our time of prayer and meditation together now. Do make sure that your cell phones are turned off so they don't disturb you or those around you. And if you've not been with us before, or it's been a long time since you've been with us, our meditation time is a time of practicing the technique of mindfulness, being aware of our breath as we take it into the body and aware of our breath as we let it go. We do a little bit of a technique from the HeartMath Institute called lock-in. You don't need to know what it is. I'll just take you into that part in our meditation. And be patient with yourself. It's very common for our attention to wander all over the place, and our practice is simply to bring our attention back to the breath. So we're going to do that in just a moment, but I realize I may have made a faux pas without realizing it. We're going to also be expanding not just to our Black members, but to all of our members of color in our community, because we do know that race just doesn't end with the white-black piece, okay? So I don't think I said that, and that's important to me as well. Absolutely important, equally important to me, okay? So I hope you heard that part, all right? All right, so go ahead and find a comfortable position in your chair. If that means you need to scoot around a little bit, feel free to do that. Go ahead and close your eyes and sit nice and straight. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap, and let your feet be flat on the floor. And then go ahead and turn your attention to your breath. Just noticing the pattern of your breathing right now as it is. And then go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, really aware that the air is filling your lungs. And as you let that breath go, practice the feeling of letting go. And another nice deep breath in, aware of the air filling your lungs. And as you let that breath go, practice being right here in this room. And then another deep breath in, aware of the air filling your lungs. And as you let that breath go, practice opening up, opening wide. Continue to be aware of the breath as you allow the sounds of the chant to just wash over you. Keep your attention focused on the breath. If you find it helpful, continue in the practice of letting go, being here, and opening up.
Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu loka samasta. Sukhino bhavantu. Om
So let us continue to go even deeper into this wonderful experience of stillness and quiet. Continuing to be mindful of each precious breath as we take it into the body, and of each precious breath as we let it go. Breathing easily and peacefully. And as you feel ready, allow your attention to move to the area of the heart, the center of your chest. Imagining each mindful breath moving in and through the heart. Each mindful breath moving in and through the heart. And in this heart-focused practice, begin to experience a positive emotion. It might be the emotion of love, perhaps joy. Could be gratitude or peace or something else. But select a positive emotion that you will practice, imagining that you are breathing that feeling in and that you are breathing that feeling out. This wonderful, clear channel of love or joy, peace or gratitude. Appreciating that with every breath in, that you are being richly blessed by that feeling. And with every breath out, you are generously blessing others with that feeling. And so continue in your practice now for a few minutes in complete stillness and silence. Attention focused in the area of the heart, mindful and present to the breath, being a willing and open channel for good in the silence. allow your attention to start to rise. Still aware of the breath, but aware of the breath in the sense of really opening to the next experience together. Taking a moment to just allow yourself to feel grateful for the opportunity to sit in stillness with spiritual family and friends and kind of unplug from the craziness that our lives can sometimes feel like and plug into a divine circuit, a divine energy that uplifts and sustains us. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. Just let that breath go and let go of anything else that you think might stand in the way of you having a great experience today. And another deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, simply say, "Thank you, Spirit." Together, "Thank you, Spirit." And so it is. Amen and amen. And how about turning to somebody around you that you haven't turned to before, looking them in the eye and simply saying namaste. That greeting means the God in me recognizes the God in you. Namaste. Namaste.
Many people enjoy Reverend Wendy's talks and meditations and aren't able to attend the Unity Center in person. If you're part of our extended family from around the world and would like to help support the Unity Center, please go to our website or download our free app, which offers even more ways to connect with the Unity Center. Namaste.